Hey guys. Okay, so we're going to go over how to solve rational functions in this lesson. So, first step, we want to set the denominators equal to 0 because that tells us where it's undefined. So, if we get an answer and we already know our function is undefined there, then we can say that it's not a solution. Then you're going to multiply both sides by your common denominator. And this step is going to make it so you don't have any more fractions, which makes solving something a lot easier. And then after you do that, you're going to cancel all the like terms in the denominator. You're going to distribute your numerators, and then you're going to solve for x. So let's go ahead and take a look at this first example. We're going to start by setting the denominators equal to 0 for step 1. So we have a x plus 2 and an x plus 4. So we're just going to say x plus 2 equals 0 and x plus 4 equals 0. And then you minus 2 to both sides. That tells you x equals negative 2 minus 4 to both sides. That tells you x equals negative 4 is undefined. Now you want to multiply both sides by the common denominator. So I just put all the denominators next to each other, and if I see something that I already wrote, I only write it once. So for our common denominator here, we have an x plus 2 and an x plus 4. So now we're just going to rewrite our original function. We have 3 over x plus 2 equals 5 over x plus 4. And we're just going to multiply everything by this common denominator. Okay, and then the next step says we're going to cancel. So notice on this first one, we have an x plus 2 on bottom, x plus 2 on top, x plus 4 on bottom, x plus 4 on top. So we can rewrite it. We have 3 parentheses x plus 4 equals 5 parentheses x plus 2. And then we're going to distribute. So one way to distribute is you just do 3 times x, 3 times 4, which gives you 3x plus 12. Another method that we've learned to organize all your thoughts is the box method. So we have a 5, then we have an x plus 2, and then inside the box, we want to multiply. 5 times 2 is 10, so we have 5x plus 10. I like the box method because a lot of you make less mistakes when you write it out that way because you're doing every single term. Whereas when you draw these arrows, sometimes you do the 3x and then you put plus 4 after. Okay, so now we want to get all of our x's on one side. And typically I try to choose a side where it would keep it positive. So because I have a 5x over here and a 3x over here, I like to minus 3x to both sides first. Okay. And that means if I have my x's on my right side, I want all my numbers on the left side. So I have one more number over here that I need to move, which is a 10. So opposite of a plus 10 is a minus 10. And now we have 3x minus 3x, which goes to 0. We have 12 minus 10, which equals 2. 5 minus 3 equals 2. And 10 minus 10 equals 0. And then the very last step to get x by itself is to divide by 2. So we say x equals 1. Now I'm going to double check that that's not undefined. So remember, we're undefined at x equals negative 2 and negative 4. So x equals 1 is our solution. Let's work out another question here. We're going to follow those same steps. We're going to start by setting our denominators equal to 0. But notice we have this trinomial here. So we're going to have to go ahead and factor it. So there's no coefficient in front of the a squared, and there's no a with the 8. So I'm going to assume it's just the diamond method. We have a negative 8 on top, a 2 on bottom. And then we have a on top. And then I know 2 and 4, the difference between 2 and 4 is 2. And if I want it to be positive on bottom, I'm going to make that 4 positive 4. So our 2 parentheses here are a plus 4, a minus 2. Now we're going to set all these factors equal to 0. So we have a plus 4 equals 0. Okay, we have another a plus 4, so we're only going to do it once. That gives you a equals negative 4. And then we're going to do this a minus 2 equal to 0. I see it twice, so I'm only going to do it once. And that tells me that a equals 2. Okay, so this is where we are undefined. Now, we want to get a common denominator. So when we're looking for a common denominator, we're going to write all of our factors next to each other. But if we see a pair, we're only going to write it once. So first we have a plus 4, so I'm going to write that down. I see it 2 times here and here, so I'm only going to write it once. Next, I have an a minus 2. I see it here and here, and that gets rid of all of them. So let's go ahead and rewrite our fractions and multiply each one by that a plus 4 over a minus 2. So we have an a plus 4 here, plus 2a minus 1 over a plus 4, a minus 2 equals 1 over a minus 2. Okay, and then we're just going to multiply everything by this CD that we have here. Let's make it a little bit smaller. Okay, so now we go through and we see what cancels. So here we have an a plus 4 that cancels. We have an a plus 4 here and an a minus 2. And then we have an a minus 2 here that cancels. So let's rewrite what we have left. We have 2 parentheses a minus 2 plus 2a minus 1 equals 1 times anything is itself. So I'm just going to put the a plus 4 here. So the only one we have to distribute is this first one. So we're going to do 2 times a and 2 times negative 2. So that gives me 2a minus 4 plus 2a minus 1 equals a plus 4. And we can combine like terms. So I have these a's here, and I have these numbers here. So we're going to go ahead and add them. So we have 4a minus 5 equals a plus 4. And remember, I said I like to get my a's on the side where I can have them, keep them positive. So I'm going to minus an a to both sides. And then I'm going to plus this 5 over here. And then I get 3a equals 9. And divide by 3. So I get a equals 3. Now, I'm going to double check that those are undefined. And I see I have negative 4 and 2. So a equals 3 is one of my solutions. Now, you guys go ahead and try this one. Go ahead and pause the video. Now, is this what you got? T equals negative 23. Double check your work, see if you made any mistakes. One important thing is to double check your signs, especially when you have a minus there. Okay.